Celtic hosted their third Champions League match of the season on Wednesday against Atletico Madrid, drawing the game 2-2. In today's video we will of course go over the game and discuss the big talking points, whilst also going through why Celtic fans are blown away by what they have just seen. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Celtic drew 2-2 with Atletico Madrid in the Champions League yesterday night. Kyogo and Luis Palma scored for Brendan Rodgers' men, who were positive in their overall performance. It turned out to be a thrilling encounter at Parkhead, and it was one in which the gaffer Rodgers made a few tactical tweaks. In the second half, the Irishman replaced goalscorer Palmer with centre-half Nat Phillips. Said alteration signified a switch to a back three for the Hoops, as Celtic lined up in a 3-5-2 formation for the closing stages. On this change, Rodgers said, "It was just something I'd thought about before the game. I think I could see at that point of the game our backline getting stretched because they moved the ball side to side very well. I felt we were just starting to experience some fatigue in the game, maybe just because the speed of the game is not what we are used to. Bringing Phillips in and going into a 3-5-2 with the extra body up front helped us defend when they stretched the line." Rodgers is a top level coach, and his decision to make this switch yesterday evening was a testament to this. The 50-year-old was wise in what he did, and it paid dividends in the end. Celtic put in a valiant performance in their third Champions League game of the season against Atletico Madrid. A 2-2 draw was a result few could complain, as goals from Kyogo and Luis Palma proved crucial. Here are 3 things we learned from the match. Luis Palma gets his Champions League moment. After heartbreak against Lazio on match day 2, Palma finally got his Champions League moment yesterday evening. In the first half, as Dyson Maeda crossed in, the Honduran took a touch and finished clinically via the post. The winger wheeled away in celebration, dancing in the corner flag in the process. It was a goal the 23-year-old more than deserved, and it was great to see his perseverance pay off. Celtic continue their progress. In their opening 2 European matches, Celtic failed to gain any points. Yesterday evening, however, against Atletico, things improved. The Hoops were up to mark in terms of their performance, and in the end got more than a deserved point. Kyogo proves his class once more. Following up his maiden Champions League goal against Lazio, Celtic striker Kyogo bagged once more versus Atletico. The Japanese international has combined well with Matt O'Reilly yet again, showing he is up to the standard at this level. Going forward, the Celts will be eager to improve when they take on the Spaniards once again in matchday 4. It will be an audacious task over in the Spanish capital, but it will be hoped Brendan Rodgers' team can recapture their spirit of yesterday evening and provide the travelling support with a deserved reward. Since arriving 2 years ago, we seriously didn't know how blessed we would be to get Kyogo. He is genuinely the best striker we had since Larson and keeps getting better and better. Fans are constantly blown away by his abilities, and let's just hope he doesn't attract any interest. Atletico Madrid manager Diego Simeone was left impressed by the performance of Celtic in Wednesday night's 2-2 draw between the two sides. The boys found themselves ahead in the match on 2 occasions thanks to Matt O'Reilly and Luis Palma, but the Spaniards showed their own quality and resilience to leave Glasgow with a point. The first half, in particular, as we mentioned before, was a great showing from Brendan Rodgers' outfit, and fans can take a lot of heart from the team performing so comfortably at an elite level. Simeone says Atletico really struggled against Celtic. He delivered his own verdict on the balance of play after the match, stating, "As I expected, they started the game really well, as they did against Feyenoord and Lazio. We really struggled to contain them, and their first attack resulted in a goal. In the first half, we didn't play the way I wanted us to, but I was really pleased with the second half. That was a real Champions League performance from us. We showed a lot of personality. I always like to focus on the positives, which for me was the second half. In the first half, we didn't have the speed that the game required. We weren't up to scratch, and they combined well in our half and scored a couple of goals. In the second half, the substitutes made a massive impact. Our opposition played really well. They were at home, they got off to a great start. We need to increase the time we are playing at the level. We were in the first half, but we responded well, and that is what we have to see when we are going to compete in the Champions League. I wasn't surprised at all. I saw how well they played against Feyenoord and Lazio. In the second half they ran out of ideas a bit, but I was impressed with their speed and dynamism and their ability to move the ball forward at pace and create chances. We are still waiting on a truly impressive Champions League with this group of players, but it is clear that improvement is being made. Atletico Madrid are a fantastic team, but Rodgers' team show they can go toe-to-toe. While it was disappointing not to get 3 points, Celtic didn't really look like losing the match either. The 3 remaining games in the group all look difficult, but a win would really give fans hope that Celtic boss can launch a proper European assault in the second season of its return. If the team keep performing like they did last night, surely more points are on the way. Micah Richards has spoken about the greatness of former Celtic star Virgil van Dijk and the career he has had in the Premier League. A key player for Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool, it was in the colours of Celtic when he first properly introduced himself to the rest of the world. After spending 2 years with the boys, which included 2 Scottish titles, Virgil van Dijk made the move into English football, at first with Southampton, before winning big trophies, including the Premier League title and the Champions League with Liverpool. And when naming his top 10 Dutch Premier League footballers of all time, ex-England right-back Micah Richards put Virgil van Dijk 5th in his all-time list, as he told Match of the Day top 10. Legendary Arsenal forward Dennis Bergkamp was named top of his list, with Ruud van Nistelrooy, Robin van Persie and Jaap Stam making up the rest of the top 5. When Virgil van Dijk was at Celtic, Micah Richards shared how he knew he was going to be a star and the effortless nature in which he played the game. He had that bad spell at Southampton. Remember when they were conceding a lot of goals, said Richards. Everyone was saying he was too overpriced. You saw him, even when he was at Celtic, I knew he was going to be a star. I just knew it. He was effortless. Another player who came out with the ball fast and strong. For a number of years, you could have argued that the 32-year-old was the best defender in the world, bar none. It was a big reason why Liverpool dominated Europe and English football. The effortless nature in which he would go through games, see off any player, be brave enough to defend 1v1 against anyone and make those around him better. It's a big reason why many Liverpool fans regard him so highly, and it's something Celtic fans will know too well, because they saw that quality from the get-go at Parkhead. But since picking up a long-term injury in 2020, his form has started to dip, and to no one's surprise, Liverpool haven't looked the same. Former Celtic captain and Fleetwood Town manager Scott Brown is reportedly in advanced talks to make a surprising return to management in Iceland. After being relieved of his duties at Fleetwood Town in early September following a disappointing start to the season, the 38-year-old has been linked to a few managerial positions. Despite leading Fleetwood to a respectable 13th place finish in League One during the 2022-23 season, as well as a great FA Cup run, Brown's journey in management came to an abrupt end, but it seems like he might be on the verge of an intriguing new chapter. Icelandic side KR is said to be in discussions with Brown about taking over the managerial reins. With a rich history boasting 27 league titles, KR is Iceland's most successful club. However, they have found themselves in a bit of a rut recently, with just 1 league title in the past decade and a 6th place finish last season. Celtic fans, what do you make of the result yesterday? Let me know down in the comments section below. That brings us to the end of today's video, guys. Make sure you drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Remember, we have released our brand new t-shirts. We have a Brendan Rodgers Pope t-shirt and our Celtic Ultra t-shirts too. You can find them at celtapparel.com or just go down to the link in the description. Thank you, take care, bye bye.